Hello everyone, welcome to another Synergy Editor tutorial video. This time we're going to look at the Max Features Sequencer View, which is an alternative way to look at custom edits. I have a Sequencer View edit open up here in the upper right panel, and you can see it looks very similar to this timeline at the bottom, except there's no blank spaces between clips. The length of the edit that you see visually is based on the longest row. The total duration of the edit is just over an hour, but it's split up into several rows. This top row doesn't have a group on it. This was an edit that I pulled down from Synergy Team Site, so it just listed a whole bunch of clips without grouping, and then it's up to me to put them into groups as I please. And you can see I've already done that with a bunch. There's a number of ways to do it. You can drag one in to a row. You can command or control select a bunch. You can shift select like that, or you can even drag from an empty spot and highlight a bunch. So let's say I'll do that from this top row, and I'll move them down here to this row like that. It changes the relative proportions of each row a little bit, because this one just got slower and then shorter, and these ones got a little longer. So let's create a new one of these. So we need to go to Custom Edits to do that, and we grab this little plus button here, and we can name it. That opens up here, and it opens to Sequencer View because the last one I had open up here was in Sequencer View. Now that I have the edit created, I can even put it down to the lower right, and I can follow along in playlist if I want to see it from two different views like that. So I don't have any groups in this, so one way to create a group, the most straightforward way, is to just select this menu and I'm going to copy these to player, so I'll hit player A. It's got a slide that it's going to name after the title. I don't have to play slides. I could put it as don't play, or I'll just make it 3 seconds here. I can add a bunch of these at once if I want to just title them after rather than having that pop up come up each time, and then I can edit player B. And then if I double click on this, I don't have any clips in there yet, but it plays the slide. So you don't even need to select a clip. If you just want to, if you know what clip you want, just looking at the title here and hovering over it, I can go like this and put it in that row, and I can do the same hover over here. It's basically the same clip. I've just made it my own into this edit. Another way to copy clips that allows you to not even add rows is, let's say if I copy it to the bottom, that line shows up, and then it pops up immediately that I want a new row. So I'll make this letter F, and then that shows up down here. If I were to add another long clip to this, then it shortens this one, and I've got 2 clips in here. So there's a lot of things you can do to these clips that look the same way as just the other views. They post rectangles to keep track. So if I want to, let's say, trim, I post a red rectangle right there. If I want to add a text overlay, then it adds a little blue rectangle. I can even flag it up here, and it adds a yellow triangle here at the right. I could put in a different type of slide within the edit, within the row if I want, like such as an image slide. So let's say I get a snapshot here, and then I'll open up image slide. These are some other snapshots I've used in my library. I can paste it in or Control V, and then create that. And then I have this slide here with a green rectangle. I can move that around however I want. You can even copy an entire row like this. So if I just grab this row and put it in here, it's going to throw my player numbering off, but then I have 16 clips all in a row here. And of course I can move these around. I can delete a row if I wish. And then here, if I play a row, I've got a bit more to play. Let's say this was a little bit too much for me visually. I could zoom in, and you can do that on timeline as well. I'm already zoomed in here. It's got a little follow the playhead here, so if I'm later on, it'll just keep it centered. Or if that makes me dizzy, I can do it like this. Playlist view is following along the entire time. So like you see, this first group doesn't have any clips in it, so it moves right onto the second group. And then if you move down to the 4th group, then there's a whole bunch of clips that are listed underneath that. One little trick you can do if you do a lot of similar workflows and you don't want to have to set up like a skeleton each time, is you can go to your custom edits and create a template. So that's what I've done here. And if you open it up here, it's essentially like the exact same thing, but the assumption is that I would use this in advance for every one, so I don't have to create my rows. So I could make a copy of this, duplicate it, and then, you know, if it were for a different date, I could say like 2/27 game, and then I need to move it to a different folder, so it gets out of my templates folder. And then one last trick that is really helpful is that you can actually hotkey copy to individual rows. So I can't do that right now because this is not my target edit and only applies to one row. This one is, and you can see the little hotkeys are listed here. So if I wanted to do it for this, then I could set the target. It changes the blue underline to this edit. It adds these hotkeys, and then looks like 5 is a little lonely, so I could just select this clip and hit the number 5, and it copies to my 5th row there. So a lot of handy tricks, and if there's any more tricks that you could think of that you'd like to give us feedback on, we would be eager to hear it. Otherwise, thank you for using Synergy Editor, and please let us know any feedback you have at all. Take care, and we'll see you next time.